Hello and welcome to my channel. This time I will show two dresses from the collection of Espoo City Museum that the curator Suvi Kettula let me study. The first dress I'm going to show you is a wool gown that has been labeled wedding dress from the 1890s. As it is made out of grey wool, it might have been a second date dress. It was sewn by Lina Lindqvist, who is also known as the founder of the first grocery store in my area. Let's first look at the bodice. The bodice consists of a jacket and a fake blouse front underneath it. They both have been decorated with velvet ribbon. When you look between the jacket collar and the blouse front, you can see that the wool fabric has been sewn only to the front. The bodice has a center front hook and eye closure that is covered by the blouse front that then fastens at the left shoulder. The back and the sides of the jacket have been flat lined with cotton. However, the wool fabric is only loosely draped over the fitted lining at the front to give the front a fashionable shape at that time. The fit has been improved with boning. There are a total of 7 bones. The bones seem to be ready-made as they have a fabric casing that has holes at each end to help with the fastening. Oh wait, there are also 2 bones at the both fronts, but those bones are hidden between the lining and the fashion fabric. Most of this bodice is sewn by a machine, and hand sewing is only used for finishing the edges. Decorative rows of pin tucks decorate the sides of the bodice front. Let's look at the other side. The center back piece has been cut on the fold, even though we saw a seam here at the lining piece. The waistband has 6 rows of decorative top stitching. The sleeve is cut in 2 parts with a small puff at the shoulder. The cuff has a small slit and it has been decorated with 2 rows of top stitching. Now let's move to the skirt. You can see that this skirt has been worn as a costume decades after its construction, as someone has sewn on some plastic buttons on the waistband, and the waistband has also been taken in at the sides. The original hook and eye closure is still in place though. My eyes went immediately to the big pocket at the right front seam. It is sewn neatly with a French seam, and the outside has this welt with decorative top stitching. The center back has a slit and a placket that is 22 centimeters long. The total hem is about 3 meters long. The hem has a protective tape with a fringe that keeps it from touching the ground. The tape is sewn in place by hand. The hem also has a cotton facing. The facing has been made out of several rectangular stripes that have been sewn together to form a long 3-meter strip of fabric. The facing is then pleated at the upper edge to match the curvature of the skirt. The seams of the skirt have been whipped by hand. It doesn't feel that the hem has any interfacing, so it's just the facing and the hem tape that give it shape. It really shows from the facing that this skirt has seen a lot of use, so it's a miracle that the outer fabric has stayed so pristine. This is how the skirt looks from the wrong side. Let's look at the waistband and the placket once more from the inside. To reduce bulk, the wrong sides have been made out of cotton fabric. The second dress is older and it's from the beginning of the 1890s. The fabric is very lightweight checkered cotton with a floral pattern. The bodice is made form-fitting with 2 darts on each side. The front is closed with 15 small metal buttons. The bodice is also considerably longer than the later bodice and ends about 10 centimeters below the waist. Once again, the sleeves are 2-part sleeves. The inside of the garment surprised me as there is no boning, just the waist tape. Also, there is no trace of there ever having been any boning. The whole bodice has been flat-lined with cotton and the edges of the seams are whipped to keep them from unraveling. This bodice has a center back seam and the back is more fitted. Here you can see the small pleats that give the elbow more room. Let's look at the skirt next, as it is a bit of a puzzle. The skirt has this thin cotton waistband and the skirt has been cartridge pleated to it and attached by hand. And this is a bit weird as this skirt style is much earlier one. Perhaps the skirt is older or perhaps it has some folk influences. The hem is constructed almost identically to the first skirt, except that we don't have a fringe on the hem tape. This skirt too has a big pocket hidden in a seam on the right hand side. My warm thanks to Espoo City Museum and the curator Suvi Kettula for letting me study these dresses. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please subscribe. See you soon. Bye!